Hello everybody, welcome in. My name is Yolanda Roos and you've reached my channel of well-being, light, and living an authentic life. So here we deal with shadow work, regular work on your general life, things that could be inhibiting you. We do speak the things that people don't want to hear sometimes, because I want you to live a full life. I want you to live a life that's with abundance, and that's not just finances. So if you found this channel for the first time, welcome in. If you're returning, thank you for coming back. We're so glad you're here. So this channel is designed as timeless messages. We are doing a full moon reading, so it could still be relevant. Can't even speak. Relevant. Mercury retrograde is due to come in on, I want to say the 7th to the 9th, because it's going to be a little bit before. So you got some energy that's going to be coming in, things that are going to be affecting us. So when I do my messages, they are generally collective. So they affect humankind across the world, and it's energy that I read. When I say things, I am a messenger. When I channel the energy, I'm just saying what comes to me based on what the angels and the guides are giving me. So please don't take it personal. Don't shoot the messenger. I never say anything to be mean to you. If you're new to the channel, just know that the messages come through because they want you to be aware of something that you could have a hindrance in, or it's somebody in your direct contact that maybe it'll help you understand them or what they're seeing or what they're dealing with. So tonight we're going to be doing our full moon, which is the halfway point through the new moon cycle. This month our cycle has been self-care and a reality check, which means we are wanting to have some things that we need to do to take care of ourselves. Continuing that removing of things that no longer serve us. Now we have Mercury retrograde coming in, so I am super excited and kind of like, ugh, but it's done. This is going to be the final push to push those things out, to bring up to the surface the things that are bothering you, getting in the way, that are a hindrance, stuff like that, that maybe it's just that little extra push that you needed to be able to see. So the new moon comes in every month, and it's a new lesson, a new thing we're working on, a new thing to help you understand and grow. So at the half point, we do another reading to see where we are, see what's happening. Your first card out is this one here, and this is New Moon in Aquarius. Open up to change. See, this is probably what's happening. There's probably a problem adapting to the change, or you don't want to change. And I feel like what's happening is that it was self-care, it was reality check, and the reality check could be like you're spending too much, you're not doing enough for your body, you're not going to the doctor when you need to, things of that nature, or you're not protecting yourself, you're not letting go of the people or the things that are hindering and hurting you. And I feel like what's happening is it's time for you to open up, feel the things that could be like hanging down there that you're like, no, I don't want to deal with that. And then the universe is like, yeah, Lonnie, you got to deal with that. Yo, so anybody out there, you got to deal with it, because there's things that are getting stuck down in there that want to come out. They want to be felt. They want to be addressed, because when you don't take care of them, they start to fester, hurt you, and you don't even know why it's hurting you. So right now, some of us, I feel like we're resisting the change because it's telling us to be open. Do you have any other messages pertaining to the self-care and this cycle? Spirit guides, angels, we thank you for being here. Help us to understand what's going on. Your next card out is this one here, and this one is New Moon in Scorpio. So we're in Scorpio season, which is very watery, emotional. Go deeper. Yes. Okay, so what's happening is in this self-care, this self-alignment, this focusing on the self, and it's not a selfish self, it is taking care of the vessel, taking care of the mental health, taking care of the issues. And it's telling you, oh, you kind of went deep, but you got to go deeper. There's something you are not wanting to let go of. There is something that you don't want to change, or you are so concreted or into something that you do And what I'm feeling is what you came to me. It's not good for you, but you are just so used to carrying it or having it in your circle of what you need to do. And I think what's needing to happen is that you need to go deeper. You need to feel it. You need to pull up the past things, the childhood things, the emotional things that have hurt you, the people that have hurt you that you've just said, oh, it's my family, or oh, it's my friend, they don't mean to do it. Well, after a while, it can wear you down. It can make you be resentful. If you're always the black sheep of the family, maybe you need to just not be involved in that as much. Maybe past traumas that nobody wants to acknowledge need to be acknowledged. Things of how you felt, what it did to you, how it motivated you, what you're holding on to that is not serving you anymore, which could be mates, this could be friends, situations, jobs, locations. This is a time of change, major change, and you could be resisting the change that needs to happen. And listen, we're all there. Don't take it personal. This is a collective message. So on a collective level, they're saying that everybody needs to be going deeper and being open to the change that's getting ready to present itself. It's not a personal thing. So what I'm going to do is pull a card for each of the elements. So if you're water, earth, air, or fire, we're going to pull the cards because you will have similar things. They're already trying to talk to me. You will have similar energy. So instead of, we're going to be going probably in the next week, and I'm going to start doing quick little card reads for each sign, so you can have something that hits you on a astrological level for your birth sign, in addition to the timeless messages. I'm trying to branch out and do more as I find it. I'm still trying to get my upstairs room done. I want to say everything's all perfect, but I have been going nonstop, and last week I worked, so please be patient with me. We'll have that beautiful backdrop very soon, and my husband's got to do something upstairs before I can do it, so I'm kind of dependent on him too, and he hasn't been feeling good. I don't know if you guys are feeling the weather, though I did do something today, and I felt like it needed to be mentioned because it's a stupid thing, but like, I try to take all the things that happen to me and see how they make me feel. So when you're going through your life, so this must be a message for everybody in general, be aware of the things that you do and how it makes you feel, or how, you have forgotten something. So story short, I had to go out to town, and I was looking for something for my daughter, and we found this really cool jacket thing. It had like fur and stuff, and I was going back to the thrift store to see if it was still there because her birthday is coming up this week. Now, it wasn't there, but I went in and I looked around, and I found a whole bunch of little things. I only spent like $30, $25-$30. But I found like a new scarf. I found a shirt that I've been trying to match with a skirt. And I put on a pair of peach colored pants this morning. And then I was like, I really could use a sweater that has peach colored, because then I can wear it into the winter, because they're a little bit, they're not super lightweight, but they're like a nice comfy pants you pull on, and they're made of like a knit material. So I was like, oh, if I had a nice sweater, I could wear these maybe a little bit longer, not just summer. And even if you're a guy, listen, you go look for tools and things. But I went to the thrift store, and I was so excited because I was like, oh, like, I forgot how much I like to go to the thrift stores, that the things that you get don't always have to cost a lot of money. And when you need something and the universe listens to you, listen, I've been looking for this stupid shirt for the skirt for like 2 or 3 years because it's this beautiful teal green color, and I picked up the skirt at like LuLaRoe, one of those online or like party things you go to. They're very expensive sometimes, but beautiful. I got it at Christmas time. It has gold and the teal, and I did wear it before, and I said, I'd like to have a shirt so I can wear it other times, and it would be pretty if it had the color that matches the skirt. And it was the simple little find that literally made my day. And I just said, we forget about the little things that we used to do, or we enjoy doing, the simple pleasures. And like, I like to go thrifting because it's the find, it's not the money. Honestly, I can buy pretty much where I want to. And I don't really need a lot of things. I told you before, if you've watched my channel, I'm the chick that likes the pockets, and I love to get things on sale. So when I can't find what I want, I always revert to the thrift store. So maybe there's someone out there that maybe they're considering it if you're on a budget. But literally, those little finds that you find in a thrift store, secondhand store, like Salvation Army, Goodwill, things like that, somebody's yard sale, flea markets, it's the treasure that you find, because sometimes it's the little thing in life that will make you happy. Say you like to walk through the woods and you see the bird that you've been looking for forever, and it comes and the bird sits so close that you can see it. My husband used to say to me, "Oh, Lanny, I have to take you out to go talk to the turkeys." Now, at that time, I was dressed in like to the nines, and I said, "Joe, do I look like I want to talk to a turkey?" But I understood what he was saying. It wasn't expensive. It was exhilarating for him. It was a simple little thing that he enjoyed. Now, the thrift store did the same thing for me. So maybe in your life, that self-care is doing something simple. Like, if you like baked goods, go to the bakery and buy that big muffin or that cupcake or the cheesecake. It's a couple bucks. Go buy yourself something and treat yourself to that one little thing that you really like, and don't share it. You have it all to yourself. I think what it is, though, it was the simplicity. I didn't spend a lot of money. As kids, we go and we get $1, say, and we're going to go to the store and we buy a candy bar or we buy something for ourselves. It's the simple thing of getting something that we like, finding something that doesn't cost a lot of money, or just a simple thing of taking a walk and finding the cool rock as a kid or a person. So I feel like we need to go back to that simple, the little things, to forget about, I don't know what it is. I just feel like we've gotten so tied up and everything has to be so grandioso and so big. And I think what's happening, because I see it in a lot of people's lives, they're going to smaller homes, they're making their own things, they're maybe taking their car instead of flying, they're going on different type of trips, or they're finding ways that they can do things in their area, or they go camping, or they go to the park and they do things there, or they go on a hike. Because back in the day, we didn't have all these places to go to. I don't know, I'm from the 70s era, and people weren't usually that rich. You did what you played imaginary games, you played on your bikes, we did a lot of things. We didn't have computers. But I think what's happening is people are changing and realizing, I just want to be excited over the little things too. That it shouldn't have to be, I need to get a bigger present, because Christmas is coming. Maybe think of something that you like, that's simple, that you can do. Maybe you did it before, like you go to a certain place and get that cappuccino coffee you like, or you like to read, go to a used bookstore, maybe check out, there might be an old book that you haven't read or something. It's like, I feel like there's something about going into the past of who you are. Go deeper. What did you like to do when you were younger? What did you like to do as a kid? What turned you on? Like, what made you like, whoa, this is so cool? It could be science, reading, art. If you got into art, go get some stuff. You can go to the dollar store. You don't need to spend a fortune. Go to the dollar store. Grab yourself some supplies. Grab a notebook. Whatever it is, you know what it is. Find that simple thing that you liked to do. And, okay, maybe it won't be, but I'm pretty sure if it turned you on when you was a kid, it's going to do something for you now. And maybe adjust it for how old you are. I don't know who that's for, but I just felt like we need to find some simple things that bring us joy. And being thankful for the simple things helps us to have gratitude and bring more abundance into our life. And I feel like the going deeper was like, go back into what you used to like. Go back into what you gave up. That's what I'm hearing. Like, whatever you kind of got, you had kids, life, school, whatever it might be. What did you like to do that you kind of gave up on, or you just didn't have the time for? And it was something simple, or it was something you liked to do, and you kind of forgot about it. Okay, that's for some people out there. Go find something, because that is self-care. If you could go and do something that brings joy or happiness to you, puts a smile on your face, that's the simple little things that you can do to put vibrational energy back into you. Did you know that? A simple, like, I went to that store and I was so excited. I came out with my $25 worth of used clothing and it lifted me. I was excited because I don't know if I'm a fashionista, but I love to create outfits. That's my artistic expression. So it was exciting for me to get some pieces that I've been wanting, and it didn't have to cost me a fortune. You know, we're living in economic times. Not all of us are born with big old pocketbooks, and most of us, you have to be careful. Even the people that have good jobs and extra money, expenses for life in general, they're a lot. You know, so there's no shame in finding sales or going to thrift stores or looking at your friends' hand-me-downs. Man, we used to have swaps. It was so much fun when I was like, I think in my 20s. Like, we'd all get together and we'd let's bring a bag of each, and we'd get together and everybody would throw their clothes in. And then whatever was done, we'd donate. But, you know, somebody else's thing that they don't want, you might be like, ooh, that's nice. Or you gained weight or you lost weight. Somebody shrunk. Somebody got bigger. I'm just saying, do something simple that brings joy to your life, because you did something back before, and there might be things from your past and childhood coming up. That's part of the energy that was coming in when we did other readings. So we're at that half point, taking care of ourselves. A reality check. That's seeing things as they really are. You know, do I need to adjust my finances? Do I need to adjust where I'm at? Do I need to adjust people? So where are you at this point? It looks like there's some change resistance. Maybe you need to go a little deeper into what you need to do, or you're scared. You're scared to go deeper. You're scared to see what it is or how you feel. So for the water signs, what is the thing that they're dealing with? For the water signs with self-care, what are they dealing with? So we're going to try to apply it with the tarot and see. Water signs. This is your Cancer, Scorpio. I think it's Pisces. Yeah, water. Okay, so you know what your water signs are. This is your card. For them, Hierophant, tradition, teachings, wisdom. So the water signs are struggling with what they've always done, what is supposed to be, what you're supposed to do, maybe religious understanding, your connection to the divine, how you go about your day with, it's almost like tradition that's been ingrained in you, and the thing that you might be struggling with is changing or adapting to what's coming in because it's not maybe the norm of what you've dealt with. Okay, so that is for the water sign. So take a look at what you're doing. This is what I got. Take a look at what you're doing. Are you doing it because you believe it, or are you doing it because it's just what you know? Okay, is it been programmed? Is it something that's just ingrained in you? Are you following something that maybe isn't serving you, but you're telling yourself, well, this is what I've always done in my mom or my church, or nobody's going to lie to me, the culture, whatever. So as a water sign, I feel like you're being attached. It's not bad, guys. It's normal. We are programmed and we learn the way we're supposed to be. And I think what's happening is that as we're evaluating, we're having trouble letting go of the things that we always did or always do to comfort ourselves, to deal with things, what we're accepting, what we're not accepting, what we believe. And we're kind of set in our ways. Okay? What do we have for the earth signs? What are the earth signs struggling with, or what does it pertain to for this self-care and maybe not letting go? What are we not letting go as earth signs? Thank you. All right, so you got the moon, intuition, mystery, shadow. So as an earth sign, we're not dealing with our emotions. We're not dealing with what the truth is that we really feel, or things have been so hidden for so long. I don't even think we realize what we've just kind of shoved it. We've dealt with it. We've just kind of suppressed it. And I think the moon is about the feminine energy. So we are maybe not looking at the feminine side, which is emotion, the heart, or that's the part that is getting in the way because we're being ruled maybe by our heart, by the moon. or things in the shadow. So either we're having trouble expressing and pulling out how we really feel, presenting it to the world, and in turn it's hurting us, or we're not able to, maybe, or we're dealing with it. We're trying, okay? I feel like everybody's trying. I don't think it's that we're not trying to do it. It's that it's revealing things that are hidden, that are your emotion based. And I think the deep is really how you feel about what has happened to you, how you've been treated, how you've been loved, what you really feel. I feel like as earth signs, we're kind of grounded, we're stubborn, we're stuck in our ways, we're stuck in the way we feel sometimes. We don't like change. And I don't think we like to feel uncomfortable. We don't, sometimes we hide it, or we're kind of like, oh, nobody can see that I'm upset, or I think we're so strong, or we're so like have to be in control, that we don't want anybody to see weaknesses. And I think what we're doing is we're hurting ourselves. We're not used to letting it out. We're not used to sharing it. This is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. We're survivors. We're the bull. We're the ox, or what is he called? The goat. And then the Virgo is the virgin. She's got to survive. Okay, so it's one of those things that I think we're learning to share our feelings. We're learning to access what's been hidden and stuffed down. Maybe taking care of the self is acknowledging how you feel, the true feelings, how things have made you feel, learning to share or tell people, no, that doesn't make me feel good, or no, that's not right, instead of just be like, okay, fine, do what you want, because we don't want to stir things. We don't want to get emotional. We don't want to be mad. That's the other thing. I feel like the earth signs, they're kind of like, if you say 2 + 2 is 5, have at it. I don't want to argue. We don't want to argue. I notice from my side, like, okay, whatever, you think what you think, I'm gonna do me. And it's like, you don't want to argue with people. You're just like, okay. I make a lot of excuses for people too, and sometimes it hurts me, because I just say, oh well, I'm a Taurus, so I'm an earth sign, and I have a lot of fixed energy. A lot of people that know me know I'm very loving, but I'm very guarded. I'm very closed off. I have trouble sharing. I don't want to hurt people's feelings. I don't want to tell them how I feel. I don't want to tell them they're being a jerk. I am open about certain things, but I don't want to hurt anybody. So I think what's happening is that I've been holding things my whole life. This is for me too. I think I have to become aware of how I feel, aware of what I've hidden away, aware that I can express myself, that the change coming is that I can let people know how I feel. I can be honest, and I need to be open. All right, what do we have for our fire signs? What are they struggling to change, or they need to go deeper into? Ooh, my cards are trying to run away from me. What do they need to be dealing with? Okay, fire sign. Here's your card. King of Wind, authority, rules, intellect. So this is the card of inspiration, fire, leading, good direction. So I think what is happening here is I want to say this is what you're struggling with, and it's taking leadership. It's following the rules. It's doing what you're supposed to. Fire is Aries, Gemini, and what's the other one? I think it's Sagittarius. Like I said, I'm sorry. It's one of those days. My brain's a little fried. So if you're a fire sign, what you're dealing with is probably listening to authority. Probably dealing with the rules. Your brain is analyzing things and saying, well, that's not what it's supposed to be. And like, I just feel like you run at your own pace. And I think when you were younger, or the things that you maybe aren't going deep enough, is what was going on in the past from control that you got affected. Because I feel like it's like this energy is like a parent keeping you controlled and you were more of a free spirit, maybe an abusive family or just a very strict or very structured, rigid about, you know, was maybe you had people that I feel like I'm trying to get the right words. This energy makes me feel like you're so smart that it gets in the way. Or you don't want to conform to what everybody else says because you know. And you've got this fire that's like I have a kid that we put him in the back seat with his brothers and sister, and he said, I can't be contained. It was like his energy was so strong that you have trouble conforming to what you need to do. It's a very much of a bursting. You don't have control of it. And I think you're learning, or you've had to suppress that fire inside of you, and maybe you need to be able to release that fire back out in a better way, or things that maybe are down in there because of a power struggle. That's what I'm feeling like. There's a power struggle that happened that made an impact on you, or it affected you, or it changed you from either childhood or a job or in a situation, whatever. And what's happening now is you have to figure out where it's coming from, so that you can show your power without being destructive, okay? Or understanding why it made you be the way you are. You know, did you tone yourself down so you wouldn't be getting in trouble? Did you, you know, are you being something you're not because you know that that gets you in trouble? And I think right now, living that authentic life, there needs to be a balance between, you need that fire, but you need to also remember you don't want to get arrested and things like that. You don't want to do things that are haphazard. So as a sign for fire, you need to keep your fire burning, because I feel like your fire might be going out. Be careful that your circumstances or that high energy and the very restrictive society or environment has kind of dimmed your fire a little bit. Find your fires, baby, and figure out where it got dim so that you can readjust and calibrate. All right, last one is air. And air would be Libra, I think Aquarius, and oh no, Leo was fire. I'm sorry. So it must be Aquarius, Libra. I'm just gonna tell you, you know what your signs are. If you need to know, I will let you know. Post in the comments. But this is for air. So if you are ruled by air, this is for you. So what are the air signs struggling with right now? Well, that was easy. Oh, you got two. Okay, let's see if we read them together. So you got Justice and the Hermit. So you are having trouble with letting go of something that was either unfair, or you're trying to find a fairness or an evenness. Air is ruled by thought, masculine, how you think, how you perceive things. And I feel like what you're struggling with is going within to find the answers, or you're stuck in your head and you're trying to understand something, because this one talks about truth, fair, universal law. So you're struggling with maybe the justice system, or something that was unfairly done for you, or something that you don't understand why it turned out or why it was like this, and it's kind of impacted you, and maybe self-wise you are struggling with it. And then the other one is meditation, retreat, and self-reflection. So I see two things. I see that what you're struggling with could be you don't see why something went against you because you don't see your part in it. Okay, so I don't know if it's a self-denial. This is for two different groups. I have two different things. You've done something or gotten involved in something that has affected you, and you really don't understand or don't see your part in it. And there could be that something happened when you were younger in a relationship, you got in trouble for something happened, or the way you were treated was not fair, and you don't see it because maybe you were acting a certain way or you presented a certain way, but you don't see your part in it. The other one is that you're trying to go within for the answers that you need to be fair or to live, a fair and a balanced life. And I feel like you're struggling to go inside, because I don't know if you know what you're looking for, or you just don't understand what's happened, why you feel like life is unfair. You can't maybe explain it, or you want to understand, or you have to acknowledge something that has happened that makes you feel like life is unfair. Because remember, this is what you're struggling with, not that life is fair. This is that something has literally happened to you, and you have to go deep within, and you have to find the answer, and you have to understand it and release it so you can go forward. Because something happened to you that wasn't fair, or was not balanced, or it was something to do with justice, law. It could be even like your mom went to jail, your dad went to jail, you went to jail. Something happened, somebody got in trouble, you lost all your stuff, you lost a case, you ran into somebody and they couldn't figure it out, and you got put at fault for it or something. But what's happened is it's damaged you. It's done something to you. And understanding what happened, maybe understanding your part in it, or just understanding the situation so you can release it and go forward, or realizing that some of the things you're doing, holding on to, or the way you're acting comes from something that was an injustice from maybe your childhood or something, a relationship. You were manipulated, you got thrown under the bus, or something happened that was unfair, or you got in trouble for. You need to seek the wisdom of what happened, what it did to you, and how you can release it, adjust it, see it in a different light. Okay, so during this moon cycle, you have a little bit of time left. There is the new moon coming, so we'll be doing another one. So it sounds like there's some things from your past that have affected you. And the reason they're saying go deeper is because there's two things: denial that you had anything to do with it, or just programming and how it affected you. If it was detrimental enough, it's left its impact on you. And they want you to be free of it. They want you to feel it, grow from it, pull it up, and release it so that it no longer is in the way. Because sometimes we have trauma or things that happen to us that we don't even realize the patterns that it's creating in our life. We don't realize we look at things because of this way. We judge things because of something that happened to us. Whatever it might be, look at what's really the problem. Go deep within, being very realistic. Nobody needs to know. You need to know so you can address it. You can lift it up to the surface, see it for what it is, feel it for what you feel. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. Feel it the way you need to feel, and then try to send it out and release it. And know it's in the past. I'm not going to let it control me. I'm not going to let it rule me. I'm not going to let me make me do things or mirror things in the world that really aren't me. It's just that I'm hurt, I'm damaged, I'm broken. Okay? Because you are an energy source. It's almost like a ley line within you. You're like a vortex. And if you hold this stuff, it sits on your vortex and just shouts it out. And it hurts you. It hurts people. It's just, we put out what we're dealing with inside. And that's why this channel is so important, because when I talk to you, I'm not talking down to you. I'm talking with you so you can find happiness, and that these things that have hurt you that maybe had nothing to do with you can stop hurting you. And you can actually say, okay, it was crappy, but you know what? I'm not going to choose to let it rule my life or end my life or make me hate everybody or make me grumpy, or there's a time when you're going to go, I just want to smile and be happy. I just want to find joy in my life. And I hope that we can. We have this change coming in. It's going to be a precedence for 10 to 20 years. So deal with this shadow work. This is shadow work. For sure. Moon is a shadow. Shadow work. Work on it. Go deep. Be real. Figure out what's causing the problem. And then if you have to, seek help. Get counseling. Meditation. If you have a religion, you could pray to your deity, your God, whatever it is. No judgment, but you need to focus on what is causing you the mishaps or getting in the way of your life so you can live a full, abundant, happy life. Guys, I love you. I hope this helps you. We'll be back with our astrological stuff in the next week.